What's up, everyone? I'm BrainStorm, and today I'm gonna review The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I I hope I pronounced that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. I'm gonna give this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. I have mixed feelings about this book. First off, I'm gonna tell you what I liked about it. Okay, I liked how it opened my eyes to another culture. Okay, I can always appreciate that. I love learning about new stuff. This book takes place mostly in Afghanistan, but also part of it in America too. So I could appreciate learning more about the Afghanistan culture. There's a lot of stuff this book opened my eyes to that I didn't know. So I could really appreciate that. I listened to the audiobook version of this book, and I really liked it because it was read by the author. Which in my opinion, I just think books that are read by the author are just so much better. The narration was really on point, and he had a good voice, and it definitely kept my attention. And finally, I liked the overall story. I especially liked it towards the end. Okay, and this is blending right into the stuff I didn't like. The first half of the story, it was just really boring to me. I'm gonna be honest, okay? This is what it is. I do honest reviews here, okay? And it might be an unpopular opinion, but I just did not like it. I almost put the book down. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I went through and continued on with the book. But there was a point where I almost stopped reading because it was just boring and I felt like nothing was happening. But he's a good writer, okay? He definitely kept my attention because I was like, okay, I felt like something was going to happen. Like, oh, I know something's going to happen any minute now. It's going to happen any minute. But then nothing came, though, But then, oh, I thought something was going to happen. But there were times when stuff exciting did happen, or I shouldn't say exciting. It was kind of a tragic and sad book. Towards the end of the book, though, like the last 25%, it started getting really good. Okay, and if it wasn't for that last part of the book, that last 25%, I probably would have given this 2 stars. Okay, but the way the story ended and how everything unfolded, it was really good. Another part I disliked about this book was, like I said, because it was boring, because he just dragged it out. Like, this was a 12-hour audiobook. It could have been a 6-hour book. Okay, I just feel like there were a lot of parts in there that really weren't necessary. It just could have been written at a little quicker pace, I guess I could say, because it felt slow moving at time. But overall, I definitely recommend it, just for the fact that it can open your eyes to another culture. And the way the story ended, I thought was just awesome, man. It really did. So it was worth getting through, the first 10 hours or whatever, you get to the last 2 hours of the audiobook. It was really good. So I definitely recommend it. 3 out of 5 stars. Check out The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Alright, I'm Brian Storm. I'll see you next week.